Welcome back to Golden Squad. As you probably know by now, I am your GM, Luke, and I'm happy to have you here, listener. I had a pretty good recap this time, but wanted to give you some long-time background info for all those that haven't binged up to this point. Way back on episode 9, there was a scene where the squad raided the Fixer's compound. At the start of the battle, the Fixer threw a laptop-like device to his companion, and just as it got to him, the ice-powered agent Fracture, or Gabe as the squad knows him, threw an ice blast and intercepted the device just as the guy caught it. The resulting interaction between these two events caused the guy to phase out, and just after that he ran off. This guy was not seen again until the last episode, where his body was found on a bench. The original encounter at the Fixer's warehouse happened several months back, but his body appeared to only have been dead about a week. So we don't know exactly what happened in the missing time. That should cover the recap. If you haven't recently, it would mean a lot to me if you told someone who might enjoy this podcast about us. We are still trying to grow, and because I live mostly in the editing world, I still depend on word of mouth for most of my growth. Also, as an audience, I didn't want the three of you to fret over the loss of a player. It was always disappointing for me when one of the shows I was watching or listening to had a cast member leave. And we all love Alex, so I already let you all know in the last episode that he was coming back to avoid disappointment, but none of the other players know that Alex is coming back this episode, so shh, let's see how they react.
Last week, you guys looked into the body that was evaporating, I guess, on a bench. Zack spent the entire time making a way to interact with it, pretty much, and Edward and Jade went and investigated Tommy's odd phone call that Jade received, and you were able to link the cases together and go and find Tommy at a cabin nearby to where the body was found. You guys found out that Mary was the one who had kidnapped him, and she was asking him questions about the location of the the items that he had stolen from her house with Jade and Seth when they had done the heist way back at the very first session of Jade's, pretty much. You guys were able to confront her and attack her, but she activated a bomb in the house, and you guys all escaped except for her, but she activated her phasing device, so she was in the explosion, but she didn't blow up like all of her men did. And she was shot twice because Edward used her as a human shield.
Well, yeah.
And then Mental attacked her while she was standing in the flames, taunting them. So,
you get what you get.
Yeah, she was susceptible to the... Oh yeah, you might want to explain that since we haven't... Now we're actually live.
Explain which?
Why, your voice, I guess.
Oh yeah, for the audience, I am sick this week. I apologize.
We'll know if it's COVID in 8-9 minutes.
More like 5. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Was there anything else to see you guys? Let me double check my notes that I wrote a little bit ago. Oh yeah, that's right. As you guys were headed back to Phi, Edward and Jade, Jade gets a call from Fence, who tells her that his men were attacked by someone asking questions about her, and that one of the people there was blind. And they said that they were detectives. There was 2 of them. They were able to fend them off, but he wanted to let you know that there was someone looking for you.
I feel like Void's business is not unfinished.
Right? And you asked Fence about if he had any of the items remaining from the Mary Miller heist that you had done, and he said he still has a few of them. And you were able to interact with the dissolving body at the end, Zack, and you found that there was messages to the benefactor and some a general direction of the location of meetups with the benefactor from the body's phone. Yeah, and I guess the body was the guy who had escaped from the warehouse at the Fixer fight 8 sessions ago or 10 sessions ago, whatever.
Right, no, something to messages about something was wrong and he needed it to get fixed.
Yeah. It was not that helpful, but it did give you like a general area of where meetups with the benefactor were, and that this guy was in contact with the benefactor. I think that's everything. So let's start up with Zack. I'll give you guys surprise. So yeah,
Another one of these broadcasts.
no, actually no, that was actually that one too. I forgot that was one other piece. So one other piece of the last things that happened was there was another broadcast that came up that Zack had launched a missile and destroyed this village of the dictator who had killed his parents. So there was a second video of Zack claiming like revenge on the guy who had killed his parents. Yeah, and a missile destroyed that village. Like it was on the video, but it actually happened too. So the destruction of the village was real. So not everything in the video was fake. Yeah, and so a lot of news outlets are reporting about this. A lot of them are blaming you still.
Mm-hmm.
Your innocence is not public yet. Okay, so you have just finished. I was gonna say touching the body, but that's not right. I don't know if that's the right way to say it.
Inspecting?
Yeah, inspecting the body with your special gloves that can interact with phased things.
Right.
Is there anything else you wanted to do there?
I don't think so. We got the information we wanted, and I think we did an investigation of the body and didn't find anything but that. I remember we did like an investigation, and that's what turned up with the roll. Yeah.
I'll give you one other piece that I hadn't said before that'll give you a little bit more. You find also a large, so like on his phone he has access to a like what's it called, the Cayman Islands like bank account or something, and it has a recent large addition to it.
Oh, this guy, the guy that's been missing this whole time.
Yeah, Leo, the like dead phased guy on the bench, recently got a large sum of money.
Hasn't he been like this way though? We've determined for like several weeks.
Yeah, correct.
And he's still getting a payment now.
Yeah, like recently. Like, well, I shouldn't say he's been dead for a little while, but like I'll say a week and a half ago he got, like 10 days ago he got a large payment.
Okay.
And the last time you saw him was about a month ago, or maybe 2 months ago.
Oh wow, it's been that long.
Yeah.
He's been stuck this way for that long.
Yes.
Interesting. And they couldn't fix it, or he never met up with them.
Yeah, so that's one other piece of this investigation that I'll give you. Okay, and so you just finish investigating this body. Your gloves, after you finish touching him, like the battery dies and they fizzle out, so you can't use them anymore unless you want to build them again.
Battery exploded.
Yeah, and so you're in the like one of the laboratories in Phi that they like have in the basement for special autopsy cases. So, and Andrea's in there with you.
She does the medical stuff, right?
Yeah, she does a lot, mostly medical. She's a scientist. She does a lot of that medical stuff, and
the healing cells we do.
Yeah, and like chemical too. So she's one of the like lead researchers within Phi. So Andrea gets a call on the phone, and she goes, "All right, yeah, send him in." And in through the door walks someone that you wouldn't expect.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Callum?
Hey gang, what did I miss?
Oh, what's up? I didn't know you even joined the channel.
Callum,
Stealth.
the bar.
That was stealthy. Nice. So Callum was over saving the world on the other continent, right?
Yes, Callum has returned from disaster relief in Peru.
There was a lot of disasters. A lot of relieving.
So I think it was a earthquake, I said?
Yes.
You just walked
Hello.
into the medical autopsy lab in the basement of Phi, where Zack just finished investigating a body.
Floated into. Callum doesn't walk, you know this.
All right.
Welcome back, yo.
Whose body are we looking at?
You weren't around at the time. This was before you stepped in, but the first real, like, pain nemesis that we had to deal with was the Fixer. And there was this fight where one of his cronies, if you will. Like one of his dudes, basically, he escaped with this tech that they had put together. It kind of was like a laptop bag deal, like a laptop, and then what it does is it phases them out so they can go through walls and what have you. And he was able to escape in that fight. Well, that was like maybe 2 months ago, maybe a month and a half ago. And apparently he never unfazed and was having issues. And then he was found dead on a bench, but he was still phased. And so we brought him in by, apparently he's attached to the bench, like we could move the bench, so we just took the whole bench and moved it into Phi, and he's just stuck to it. And so we were able to, I invented a temporary device so that we could actually interact with his
Dissect the
self.
corpse.
No, just interact with his phase body, and we were able to get some information from his phone. It looks like he was making communications to get help because he was stuck being phased, and he was contacting the benefactor, who has been unknown to us until now. We've got some leads. So that was a thing. And then I guess we also noticed that he recently received a large sum of money in his bank account, even though he's been like this for a while. So, curious.
So maybe he got paid for doing a job.
Possibly. I don't know.
Also,
So-
what did I watch on the news, Zach? Blowing something up? What's going on?
Yeah, that one's already been sorted a little bit. The public thinks it's me, but someone's releasing
It's
videos
the-
that are deepfakes.
Yeah, it's the chameleon that was coming over from Russia. That was he was the stowaway, right?
Actually, it's not him. It's just a deep fake. So it's not even.
Oh.
Yeah, like Sunny has found it to be a deep fake. It's not actually Morph.
Well, see, I was running back thinking it was Morph, and we were gonna have a lead in catching this guy. Now I'm bummed.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, at least Sunny has decided it's a deep fake. But yeah.
I'll trust
So that's
Sunny.
all we know on that one. I went in for questioning as well, which is probably one of the best episodes where Edward stepped in and got his lawyer action on, and that was pretty fun. And defended me.
I just want to say, Callum definitely slowly looked at his phone when he said he trusts Sunny.
I trust you too.
So what's next then? If we're done poking at this body,
So we can have Jade and Edward get back to Phi. I don't know if I actually did that at the end of the last one or not, but Jade and Edward get back, and you guys can discuss together what you want to do.
They just got back from a big explosion.
And Tommy too. Tommy's there.
Yeah.
so I guess we would start doing the follow up on the information we got from his phone. Try to find this new person. I didn't
There
catch
is-
her name.
Yeah,
What
so
did you call them?
there is that, and then there is what Jade and Edward were just doing, which was the lady that got away. So there's follow up on that too.
Oh, Mary.
Yeah.
And also there's the fence stuff. So you have 3 routes that you can go right now. There's Mary's phasing stuff. Yeah, Void stuff with fence, and the benefactor route too.
Yeah, these are our leads right now.
Oh, and also, I don't know if you wanted to do anything about the missile Zack video.
Yeah, I was thinking about that just now.
So you have four directions you can go. And there's 4 of you. Look at that.
Well, we split up then.
Split up, gang.
Luke
Zoinks.
has to be ready to run 4 simultaneous campaigns.
I could do it.
That sounds like a fun time for you.
Try not to make it too boring for everybody. Like, switch often. As long as there's no fights, I think it'd be okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Wait, Calm's back in the action though, so he's just kind of jumping in. And there's nothing of importance from what happened over there.
Yeah,
guess.
Prue solved. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but nothing connected. Okay, so
Just a bad earthquake.
yeah, it seems like, obviously what's going on with Mary and what's going on with this lead from this guy's phone, what have you, the benefactor. Those obviously have to be linked. So that seems like a bigger deal to me than the other stuff. I'm not really sure on the whole campaign to prove Zack's innocence on the deepfakes. I don't know. I kind of want maybe Fi to handle that. I'm not really sure, but yeah, we should probably focus on the benefactor and Mary.
Has Fi released an official statement, like exonerating Zack? Or like, has there ever been anything like that happening?
I think it's relatively secret that I'm at Fi. Like that Zack is at Fi.
Correct. You are not.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could they could use their power. I mean, they are what could be argued a world influence, you know? Maybe we have the head of Fi come out and be like, you know, Zack is a very influential donor for Fi, and we as heroes back him.
He gives us money, so therefore he's innocent.
Yeah. There's no collusion here.
Yeah.
I don't know, like a presidential pardon, you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure on that. I'm not too worried about it, though. We should probably focus on the benefactor and the Mary stuff with this phasing device, because they're just causing trouble. Not good.
So, but Mary knows that the stuff was sold to Fence.
Correct.
Do we know where the Fence is?
Yes, Jade does.
So we go to Fence, we find Fence before Mary finds Fence?
Wait, what stuff was sold to the Fence?
The stuff that Jade and Tommy and Seth stole from Mary's house.
Oh, gotcha.
And Mary was interrogating Tommy, so she knows that now.
So I think we took Tommy back to Fi to get more like
Yeah, he's there with you.
information about like where we should go. Right?
How's Tommy doing? How's he holding up?
He's a little bit injured, but nothing bad. Just scrapes.
I think he trusts me, but he doesn't really trust because he's kind
Law
of like
enforcement in general.
yeah. He's kind of a thief, like I used to be. So he's like, I don't know.
But he knows how to be professional. So
Yeah.
So we make off for the Fence.
okay, and I remember saying this last time, but Callum wasn't here, so I'll say it again. Fence is basically a mob boss.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to decide if you want to go in as like costumed heroes.
Absolutely for Callum. Callum doesn't go out dressed as a regular person.
I mean, you have the option of not going too. So just as in like
What,
just
to meet with a
sitting in
mob
Jade.
boss?
Yeah, like Jade is like friendly with him, so Jade could go by herself as well.
Yeah, he trusts me. I
Do
don't know
you
if he
trust
trusts
him?
I
And,
mean,
like, Well, I mean, if he trusts you, maybe you can convince him that like we're there to help because there's a dangerous super person after him. Because Mary has phasing powers, right?
Correct.
Is she a part of a bigger crime syndicate that we know of?
Not that you know of.
Okay.
I mean, she's obviously close to this technology.
Yeah. I bet they have a cool name. Like the League of Losers. Got 'em.
No, she is a member of she's
Callum high fives Zack with his lame joke, by the way. Or he holds up his hand for a high five. Does Zack give him one?
Yeah.
Like a hesitant? Alright, cool.
I'm kind of
rolled
just
a
like-
hit.
I'm slightly like I high five you, but I'm slightly phased here because I'm kind of racked about all this news media shit's going on. I say I shouldn't worry about it, but I am.
what was I gonna say? It was Mary is I think I said she was a COO or something like that. She's not the CEO, but she's high up in the company that she's a part of. I think the company is called Fortify. It's a defense
Contractor.
Yeah, defense contracting company.
Private
They
security.
don't sell nutritional supplements then.
Right. Yeah. No. There's
Okay.
no immunity boosting supplements.
Yeah.
Like a private security contractor? Like they hire out like military style stuff?
No, it's not. They're not a personnel company. It's more technology. So they're developing defensive, so like arms and defense against missiles and things like that.
Defense against the dark arts.
Right. Yeah. That worked out really well for everyone that taught that.
What's the company name?
It's called Fortify.
Fortify.
Jade would know all of this. And probably Edward, too. In fact, if you didn't make the connection, Mary was able to get the information about Tommy from Edward's files that she had entered his house to take.
She's a thief.
So she
thanks.
snuck into Edward's apartment and office, got the files that indicated that he had talked to Tommy, and then found Tommy.
And you're gonna upgrade your security now after that, right?
She can literally walk through walls. What do you? How do you stop against that?
You run a fine mesh into the interior of your wall space, and you put an electric current through it.
Did that work?
I don't think so.
I like the sound of it though. It sounds cool.
I mean, like that's how I would. Callum has like theorized how he would handle powers like for days.
So you
like this
have
is how he would try.
a body in a bench. You could totally test anything you'd like.
Oh my god, we can perform terrible experiments on a body.
Callum is now like wanting to go back downstairs and try these things. He's so sidetracked about this. He's like, now he wants to know.
Do it.
Do it.
Callum floats back down to the lab where the gurney's at.
I imagine like some like lich person being like, "Excellent, body."
And he just flew in, so he's probably still in his flight suit. He wouldn't change. So he just hovers down, and he wants to put a positive and negative terminal on each side of the bench and hook it to like a car battery.
The electric current doesn't seem to affect the body. It
He
treats it like
pulls
it's
out a
not-
notebook and writes it down.
Like how the solution is basically like some form of a fly zapper.
And also, the things that were already tried, they tried several different like cutting devices. Nothing that was tangible worked, and lasers also didn't work.
Oh, that's right. You told us that last time. All the things they tried.
I'm gonna hook like the bench to a positive, and then I'm gonna have another bar of metal and hook that to the negative, and like hold it away from the bench to see if I can get anything to like move over.
Like with electricity.
Yeah, because the
Okay.
current would be drawn through the air by holding it. Like, you know, like you ever seen those people that like shoot sparks out of their hands and stuff?
I've seen it.
Yeah, like that. That's basically what I would try doing.
Yeah. No effect on the body. Body doesn't move at all.
Hmm.
Oh, also, I didn't mention it. The body is falling apart. It has a detached arm, so it's like arm fell off. Like the middle part, like the elbow part of his arm, just disintegrated. And so his arm.
So he's like
detached.
is he a corpse that's decomposing, or is it like a human like trapped in stasis that's slowly like dissolving?
Slowly dissolving is a better way to put it. It's not a natural decay.
Oh, he's not dead.
But he's obviously dead. Yeah.
We would hope so.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Yeah. But he's disintegrating. His
Just-
atoms are losing their connective bond.
Whoa, wait, hold on.
Adams.
What's his face? There's the guy that was with Stu that came over that can copy powers by touching.
JJ.
JJ. Let's get JJ down here. I wonder if
think
he
I
can
see
like
a problem with your idea here.
but like if he like puts his hand through the space that the person would be
I see what you're saying.
occupying, could he like activate his powers or not? I don't know. I don't know how his powers work. I mean, you know, science.
We'll play it out. You try it, but JJ is not able to pull a power out of this guy.
Like I think most of them didn't have powers too that were working for the Fixer.
Correct.
Well, yeah, as far as we knew, we never ran into any of them that had powers. They were just working for him and they'd wear the suit. But,
Yeah, for what you guys know, the phasing thing is a technology, not a power.
Like a physical, like a device. It's a piece of equipment. You were saying
Yeah, the phasing thing. Yeah.
it's not a power. But so does Mary have the power, or she just has this piece of technology that allows her to phase?
exactly.
Man had the power.
Yeah, it's all technology she has.
Have we done any like electrical scans over this body to see if he has any like emitter or like a frequency or radio signal or anything coming off of him? Like a Wi-Fi or Bluetooth signal, you know?
Zack would know, and there are none. Well, I mean, like, apart from his, like, phone.
He has, well, have we tried connecting to his phone and seeing if there's, like, an app on his phone?
Yeah, no, it's the device, but but yeah, we checked out his phone and we got the information we could from it.
Oh, that's right, because that's how you got the other pieces of information. Oh.
Yep.
Interesting. Sorry, this is all so interesting to Callum, since he's just getting here, and you guys have been staring at this body for probably a while now.
Yeah, last time I dedicated everything my character did was just inventing a device to be able to mess with him.
Yeah. Zack
So-
was a mad scientist for, like, a full day.
Callum is a very smart person. The person who plays Callum isn't on the same level. Is there a role I could do to maybe get some insight that I could use to expand my scientific method?
Hero points.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's one thing you can do that I told him about last time, because it was more investigation-based round. One of the uses of hero points is asking, like, a inspiration from me to give you, like, a hint on where to go, like, what to do.
I do have a good investigation roll.
So yeah, if you want to play it like, hey, I need help from you because you wrote this story, tell me what I should be looking at. I can do that with a hero point. Or if you want to make a specific roll against a specific thing, you can do that as well if you think you know where you want to go.
I want to do an investigation to understand if the body was, like, accessing anything at the time he, like, was phased. Like, was he reaching for something, or did he just die in this natural pose from, like, trying to, like, did he just get stuck in this bench? Or did he, like, get phased through it by activating something? Does that make sense?
I guess you missed the description. So he is literally sitting on the bench. He's not, like, inside of it. He's sitting on the bench with his, like, he's sitting with his legs stretched out. So he's like, his legs are all the way across the bench, and he's kind of leaning onto the back of it on his side, with one arm detached.
Okay.
So he was like laying down, kind of ish.
Laying down.
He's reclining.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
He was relaxing on the bench, but you know.
So it's not an unnatural pose for a person to be in.
I wonder if these
Can I do a
people can eat.
I was gonna say, can I do an investigation to, like, notice anything strange about his persons?
You can.
Like anything that he's wearing, anything that I would notice on his outside that would be a clue, like Blue's Clues.
I figured we picked that up last time.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think about what, like, is there anything specifically that you're looking for?
Well, I'm thinking if it's a device, like a technology, something that could provide the phasing capabilities.
He does not have anything else on him besides his phone that's electrical.
Yeah, so the device that he originally used is not on him.
Correct.
Yeah, but we do know what
I
that
wonder if
device looks like. It looks like a little laptop deal.
Oh, okay. So is the laptop deal just a controller, and that, like, maybe there's, like, nanites in his blood that are allowing that to happen? You know, like, how advanced of the technology?
Maybe to the audience, I'll actually replay the scene. But this is what happened: Jade, Edward, Zack, and Theodosia were raiding the warehouse that the Fixer was setting up as his base of operations. They went in with a SWAT team and took down all but one of his minions. And then the Fixer and his last minion walk out. The Fixer uses his telekinesis to throw the device to his minion. And as it's en route, Gabe, who is there too, hits it with an ice blast. And they, like, catch up with the minion at the same time. And the minion ends up getting phased and takes the device out of the area. The last thing the Fixer says is, get this back to the benefactor.
I wonder if this is like, have any of you guys seen Tenet?
Yeah, I love Tenet.
There are the machines that allow you to go forward or backward in the time stream. I wonder if the phasing device is in the similar vein where, like, you can activate and get phased by, like, touching the device or something, but if you lose contact with it, you can't unphase from it. Like, you have to touch it to unphase or to, like, rephase.
Well, yeah, maybe, but also something was generally wrong because we read his text message conversations with the benefactor, and he was stuck in the phased state, and they
Mhm.
were telling him that he needed to come in, and they were going to try to help him get unfazed.
Did he say why he was stuck?
No, just that he was. Yeah. So
I wonder if his machine got broken.
Well, yeah, obviously there's like some sort of malfunction going on. But since he doesn't have it on him, I'm assuming that he made it to them and they couldn't figure it out. I'm assuming. But anyway, that's the closest lead we have, so the next bit we can do is try to discern the location, of their operations and go from there.
Okay. Before we do, Callum's just going to take vigorous notes on everything on this body. It's very interesting to him. And then he's going to turn around and say, ready. No.
I'm surprised.
He has to think about it.
I think Luke wants us to try some things.
I mean, how does gravity affect his phase? Oh.
Well, yeah, can he be affected by gravity?
Jeez. Dude, Callum is slapping his forehead because he didn't even think about
That is exactly why I was like, I'm surprised you don't do the one thing that you can do the most.
One thing no one else can do.
He was so invested in like the scientific method, he forgot about like the super method. So he's gonna walk over, put his hand on the bench, and just apply a really light gravity force to like an upward direction.
So like
to like lift the bench. Yeah.
So this is what happens. It does affect the body. But what happens is the body sinks through the bench and falls and starts to fall through the floor.
Bye.
The body is falling through the floor?
Right. Starts to.
Because it no longer has the support of the bench?
Right. Yeah, the body, when you put a gravitational force above the bench, the body starts to sink through the bench and then starts to sink through the floor below the bench.
Oh, you mean pushing it down?
No. Like phases through the bench and begins to phase through the floor below the bench.
Right. But you're assuming that the
bench does not move.
Okay, yeah, you're assuming that the gravitational force is happening above the body, pushing it downwards.
No. I'm assuming it meant pushing it upwards.
Oh, okay.
Pushing the bench upwards.
Yeah.
Yes.
How does this make sense if they move the bench?
Basically, it has the opposite effect that you'd expect from a gravitational force.
So I'm going to reverse the gravity. As soon as I see it starting to fall through, I'm going to see if I can get the body back up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to push the bench down.
And the body comes up. Very slightly, though, not very much. Like, it begins to rest again on the floor below the bench instead of on the bench.
What I would have expected.
This hurts Callum's head.
Yeah, it took me a long time to figure out how this might work. So this is the best I could come up with.
It hurts Callum's head.
By the way, I was negative for COVID, so that's good news.
Yay, no COVID.
Yay.
Just a nasty cold.
It
hurts my throat.
Don't smoke, kids.
Don't smoke, kids.
Don't get sick either.
Yeah, don't do that.
Wash your hands.
This episode brought to you by soap. Lysol.
99.9% effective. Callum is gonna try to like put a gravity field around him and walk to the body.
It has the opposite effect, right? Wouldn't it just suck it towards you?
This is what happens. You put the field around yourself. Is it like a repulsion field or is it
like a gravity well where things would like
come to
circle
you?
Me. Yeah.
Okay, so as you approach the body, you end up, I don't know the right way to say this, you kick it and you actually make contact briefly before your foot goes through. So you are able to interact with it very lightly. So it's like, what's a good analogy? It's if the body were made of like glue. So you can still put your foot through it, but you get a brief moment of interaction.
Yeah.
Like wet glue, I should say. So it's like it's mostly liquid, so you can your hand still kind of goes through it, but you can feel it still. But it's only like that for a moment, and then it passes, and your foot like continues to go through it with no issues.
Okay, I turn off all my powers and walk away.
I'm done with this. Game over, man. Anything else?
Callum will maybe do a roll on that later, but he has to think of like what would this be?
You could also share your findings with Sunny to be a soundboard and help present other ideas.
I will. I'm gonna look down at my phone and say, Sonny, did you get all those notes I just took?
I will be calculating the most probable outcomes shortly.
Thanks, Sonny. And then he's gonna slowly put the phone back away.
I guess if you're done with that experiment, then the next is to follow up probably with the fence to warn him about Mary.
Yes.
Oh, wait, sorry, Tommy first. You guys wanted to talk to Tommy.
Yeah, well, we wanted Fi to, like, him to talk to Fi about what was happening.
You want Tommy to talk to... I don't know if Tommy would talk to Fi.
About what was happening.
You say...
His involvement with Mary and stuff like that.
I thought you guys brought him back to Fi to protect him, and then you were gonna interrogate him.
Yeah, Tommy would talk to Jade, but I'm not sure Tommy would be so cooperative with the Fi leadership.
Okay, I mean, I can talk to Tommy.
Okay.
If that's what we want to do next.
You know what you're gonna talk to Tommy about?
Yeah.
What up, Jade?
Sup, bro?
You never visit.
I've been pretty busy.
You should see all the jobs I've done. I'm making so much money. Don't tell
Making
anyone.
bank. I'll keep it that just between me and you, Tom. So what's up with this Mary chick?
Who?
Is it Mary?
It's Mary, yeah. He has no
Okay.
idea who that is.
The lady we took you from, the one who had you trapped under the basement.
Oh, she broke into my house and put a bag over my head.
And you have no idea why?
No. I'm guessing she has some type of grudge. I probably did something. I probably took something from her. Based on the questioning she was throwing my way. Probably that time me, you, and Seth broke into that mansion that Seth got pinched for.
Ah, gotcha. And what did you tell her?
I told her I gave it to Fence. It's her death wish. I'd love to see her try. Fence will kill her.
We sold all of it to Fence.
Yeah, all the fancy stuff in the basement.
Gotcha. Any other information you think is important to share with me about
There was, I don't know, 6 things that I sold to Fence. A lot of it looked like weapons. A few things I have no idea what they were.
what kind of weapons?
I don't know. They were guns. We shot them and they didn't do anything. Like, they were guns, and you pull the trigger and nothing happens. They're useless. But Fence wanted them, so I sold them. I told him that. Actually, I don't know if Edward has his mask off, but he's gonna say I told the lawyer. If he doesn't.
You told the lawyer about the weapons?
Yeah, he was mocking me or something. I don't know. I was telling him how professional it was.
Does Tommy know about the phasing tech?
No.
I wonder. Callum is going to take a side to the team and be like, I wonder if those guns were phase guns.
Oh, that might explain our dude on the bench. Maybe he was shot with a phase gun.
I don't know.
He was stuck in that position though, and he was okay. I mean, maybe, since he did just receive a large sum of money, so maybe the case. But I think his issue was that he was deteriorating. I don't know. Maybe that's where he got shot in the arm. You guys, I don't know. I'd say that one's on the table. I'm not really sure though. Also, who's to say that the guns don't just open like a portal or something like a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you sell those guns, Defense?
Not long after the job. We after Seth got pinched, I didn't want him to get caught with the materials, so I fenced him right away.
When is this in the world timeline?
Oh,
Callum doesn't genuinely know.
Yeah, it was months ago, like 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
Okay, so there's a possibility that he doesn't have them still.
That Fence doesn't have them?
Yeah.
Fence confirmed that he has some of the stuff still.
One timeline correction here. The weapons would have been sold to Fence over a year ago, way before the squad met up, and it was on around episode 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
the guns might also be used to shoot people who are phased.
Mm-hmm. That's what Callum's thinking. Callum thinks that those guns can shoot phase bullets, which is why they didn't see anything when they pulled the trigger.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway,
Callum wants to go get a gun.
This is Jade's talk with Tommy. You good, Jade?
Tommy, do you have any other leads to what your next jobs are? Are you in contact with the Fence, or?
I mean, we talk from time to time. He still buys a few trinkets that I find on the back of cars, back of trucks that fell off, things, legitimate business practices.
Sure.
Well, it's been good talking to you, Tom. Let's keep in touch.
Anytime you need a specialist, a acquisition specialist, I'm always around.
I know I can always count on you, Tom. For now, I guess we'll go check out the Fence and what they have to say.
Can I just go home, or should I stay at my friend's house for a little? Maybe. I don't know if this Mary might be coming back.
I don't know.
You should probably count on her coming back. I don't think she likes you.
All right, I'll stay at my bro.
Yeah, it's good to stay undercover for a little bit.
Consider yourself on the lam.
He nods. Okay. Is the next step going to see Fence?
That seems logical to me. My vote's on Fence. Because, I mean, we have no lead on Mary other than she's probably trying to, target the Fence.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you going in as heroes? I guess Callum is. Jade doesn't really have a hero outfit. Edward and Zack.
I have to be disguised, otherwise people will stop me and murder me.
I mean, you have the option of not going as well. That's a choice.
I don't see... I've just been cooped up designing gloves for so long, so I want to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm tired of this office place, this Phi.
Okay, so all in costume?
Won so many games of gambling in the kitchen area. I'm just bored, man. I'm cooped up. I gotta get out there and put my mask on.
I don't know if you did that on purpose, but that's great. Cooped up.
You got it, buddy.
Cooper Core.
Okay, so you head over to Fence. How do you want to approach? You arrive at his warehouse, a smaller warehouse that he operates out of. Jade, this is where he took you in after your brother was killed. So you stayed with him for a few weeks here.
Yeah.
So yeah, how do you want to walk into this? It's here's my friends. Don't shoot them.
I feel like I should probably go in first, and if things get a little bit, shifty, then I have you guys to help me out, I suppose. So you guys
Yeah, Callum's okay with staying outside, maybe not even in the... I don't know if we're meeting in a public area.
No,
if there's some...
Not public.
Mhm.
It's the warehouse that he operates out of.
you guys stand watch or whatever. It's
Yeah, across the street from the warehouse.
Yeah, Jade can always teleport.
In a dark alleyway where no one can see him. Like a stakeout.
So is it going to be just Jade that walks in? That's the plan?
Are you good with that, Jade? Should we call Void? Do you need your boyfriend?
I don't need no man.
And we all have earpieces.
Yes. You can all hear each other.
What's the safe word? Kumquat. Safe word is kumquat. Callum decides.
All right. Gotcha. Kumquat.
So Jade, if anything goes wrong, just work kumquat into the sentence. Make it as natural as possible, and we'll know that something's up. All right.
Gotcha.
Callum gives you a
Salad
reassuring
with kumquat.
double thumbs up. Yeah.
Do you like a salad with kumquat? Because I do.
Okay. So you walk in the facility. One of the guards outside sees you come in. He kind of waves you to stop. Waves you to stop? Puts a hand up for you to stop. He reaches up and makes a call on his earpiece and says, like, Jade's here. And he goes, okay. And he looks at you and says, he's expecting you. Feel free to go up.
Ah. You were expecting me, huh?
That's what he said. You're talking to unless you want to just go in.
Guards just like, yeah, that's what he said.
All right. I'll take me to
Your leader?
To your leader.
I didn't want to say that.
Callum's whispering it in your ear. Take me to your leader.
I come in peace.
All right, he escorts you up to the chamber where
Of secrets.
exactly the Harry Potter episode. He pulls out the flu powder and gets you right in there.
You have your fang with you, right?
Okay, so he escorts you into the throne room, as you will, if you want to call it that. Fence is sitting up on his throne, and he actually smiles when he sees you. He says, "Oh, Tiny, I didn't expect you back so soon."
But he just said he was expecting her.
I didn't expect you this soon. I did expect you, but not same day.
One of those awkward moments.
He's I placed an Amazon delivery, but I
As soon as I said it, I was like, I'm stupid.
You're like 30 minutes early. Dinner's still cooking.
It's just one of those awkward moments where he's like over-explaining himself.
Right? Yeah. I'm just not even gonna. We're not gonna go with it. We're gonna roll with it.
It's a very human moment.
Right? I was expecting you, but not. Yeah. Welcome back.
I've also played it off like he didn't say that. It was just the guard down there being a fudge.
That'd be pretty funny. Like
I always tell my guards to say that, just so it makes me.
They don't even have earpieces. He was just with you. I've been meaning to talk to him about that. So whatever. We'll deal with him later. Are you here to talk about the people who came here? Your detective friend?
My detective.
Oh no.
friend.
Yeah, those two guys who came here asking about you.
Double no.
Who did that? Oh wait, sorry, I'm not in this conversation.
Who came asking for me?
Yeah, those two detectives came here. One of them was blind. The other one was asking all these questions about you.
Oh
If
no.
I knew about your whereabouts. And then one of them must have been a soup. They took some blinding ability.
Callum's going to take off, and he's going to fly up and start doing a search pattern. As soon as he hears that they were already here.
And I'm gonna say over the comms, you shouldn't have stood him up on that day, Jade.
Are you here about them?
No, actually, I was here about the weapons that Tommy sold you and Mary. I can't remember her last name. Mary Miller. If you were in cahoots.
The Miller job. Yeah, I got a few of those left in my collection.
Do you know anything about the weapons? Can you give us a rundown? Give me a rundown of.
Yeah, we figured out what one of them does. Do you want to go check it out?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, one of them. They're all different, maybe.
So he takes you back to his vault that has many of the devices he's collected over the years. So he has just a what's the right word here? Haberdashery of different devices, weapons, shields.
A place that sells hats.
Sure, maybe some of them are hats.
How big is the door leading into this vault? What style is it? Is it a big turnstile, like a bank vault, or is it like a nuclear doomsday vault?
There are no doors. This is the fence. You have to climb fences to get it.
Oh, jeez.
Literally just a fence. No, it's like a bank vault.
It sells men's clothes. That haberdashery sells men's clothing and accessories.
There are some clothes there.
Okay.
I
How
heard the
thick
word
are the
I like.
walls?
They're fences.
He lives only around fences. This entire warehouse is just fences. He's converted it from a fence warehouse to a collection.
Callum's
of
taking
technology.
vigorous notes.
The walls
He's
of the
asking all
vault,
of this in Jade's earpiece. asking for all this information.
And she is telling you. Yeah. The walls are of the vault itself are like it's similar to a bank vault, so it's designed for like to prevent anyone from drilling through it easily or anything like that. The walls of the warehouse are just normal size though. Yeah, but inside there's haberdashery / arms dealer level gear. So some of it is clothes, some of it is weapons, some of it is accessories, I guess. But it's a whole collection. There's hundreds of different things here. Roll Jade, I guess, because you're the only one there. Roll insight.
Okay. 16.
I'll say as you're walking by, you notice one thing that you recognize. Back when you were investigating the fixer's job of the things that he'd stolen, one of the items that he had stolen, you notice, is in the possession of the fence. So there was a device that created a ablative armor around the user. So think of like Iron Man suit, kind of. But just it doesn't fly or anything, it's just armor. So that device was stolen by the fixer. The fence has it now.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's a whole collection of things that you see in his possession. Most of them you have no guess as to what they would do, but there's just hundreds of them. The fence takes you into the vault. He reveals that there are 4 devices that he still has left over from the Miller job. The first one appears like a gun, but it has like that conical barrel, that slightly conical. So it's the end of the barrel is maybe about the size of a quarter. And it somewhat resembles a gun. It has a few extra little doodads on the side, but metallic, has a trigger. The second device is about the size of a iPod or iPhone, or let's say a phone. A phone is a good analogy. So it's about the size of a phone, similar in shape. It's a rectangle, black. It has a port on one side that looks similar to ports that you've seen before. The third device, it looks like if you were to take a glass coffee table and turn it upside down, it kind of looks like that. It's not quite that big though. Its diameter is about a foot and a half, maybe. So it'd be like a really small coffee table. But it almost looks like a crown. That's maybe a better way to describe it. So it has 4 legs or prongs on it. It's metallic, black,
Circular.
Yes, circular. It has what looks like crystals on 2 of the sides, sticking on the outward end. Yeah, it has a few LED lights too. So it has some type of electrical component. Okay, so the fence takes you to those. Oh yeah, I said there's 4. The fourth one also resembles a gun a little bit more, but it doesn't appear to have a trigger. So it's just like I don't know, what would a gun without a trigger look like?
Gun in shape.
Yeah, gun shaped, but no trigger. It also doesn't appear to have a barrel. So it's like if you were to imagine like a wooden toy gun, it appears to be solid, but it looks like it's designed to be held like a gun.
Okay.
Like a receipt scan, or like one of those scanning tools at like the self checkout.
That's actually not a bad analogy. Yeah, I'll say it like that. One of the self checkout scanners.
Doesn't it all have to look like a gun? There are other things you hold in your hand, you know.
I was trying to think of something that would. Yeah, I was like, what else do you hold like that? There's tons of things, but I'm just.
A garden hose?
No, nothing like that. Oh, you mean with the attachment hose? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Spray nozzle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say more like the
self
grocery store
checkout
thing.
scanner.
Yeah. It looks. It has more of a barrel than a hose spray nozzle does.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, similar to that. That's a good description. So those 4 things, and he says, "Let me show you what I've found out so far." And he picks up the conical gun, and he takes you to another area of his facility. He puts up a sheet metal piece. He walks back to you, like 10 feet back from the sheet metal, and he shoots the gun at the sheet metal, and it melts a big hole right in the middle of it. And it was a fairly thick sheet of metal too. So it was like
intense magnetic waves that superheat the metal?
You could say that. But the interesting thing is, he says, okay, now watch this. And he takes it and he shoots it at the ground. He shoots it at the wall. No effects. He says, this thing only works on metal.
It's a magnet gun.
Okay.
I haven't quite found a use suitable for this thing yet, but I think I'll come across something. The other 3, I'm at a loss for. Haven't figured it out yet.
Can you put, for number 3, the one that looks like the crown, does it look like it would go over one's arm?
You could put it over your arm. Maybe like a larger bicep, but it would, if a larger bicep would fit, yeah.
Well, Callum's not there, so he can't do any of these things, but Callum would be like totally putting his arm into it.
Did you want to see any of the other ones, Tiny?
Hell
Just
yeah.
Get all 4 of them. Or does he have more?
He has hundreds of things. Those are the 4 that he has from the Miller job, though.
Do you have anything that is like phase in and phase out?
I've heard about some of that technology popping up recently, but I don't have anything that does that. If you know of anyone who's selling any, let me know. Or anyone who might not need it anymore. We can arrange a meeting.
Gotcha.
Ask if he bought any other weapons or tech around the same time the Miller job.
Did you buy any weapons around this? I don't remember the time. Around the Miller
Or anything
job?
that's like these weapons.
There's a few things I bought around then. Mostly not weapons, though. I bought a few pieces of armor from one of my contractors.
I wonder if that armor would protect from being phased or something.
You want to see it?
Sure.
He leads you to the armor that I talked about earlier that the fixer had stolen. This armor right here covers your whole body. Just a push of a button. You got your own shield everywhere.
Have you tested it out with your weapons?
I don't always shoot a new car when I get it. But I've tested it with a few. It seemed to be bulletproof. I'm not going to be testing it with a rocket, just in case it's not.
Understandable.
How much for the lot?
We're trying to get the lot.
I would say, I think we should buy everything that we think is related to these devices or related to Mary Miller and anything that she's associated to. And then let him know that Mary Miller is probably on her way to kill him and then leave.
How much for the lot?
What?
Like Harry Potter.
The
4 that you showed me at the beginning, anything related to the Mary Miller case.
For you, Tiny, I'll give you 1. This is my collection. Handcrafted for decades. It's what I'm known for. But I feel a closeness to you. So, you can have 1.
Which one do you guys think?
Unless you have something to trade. You got something better? I especially like weapons.
Yeah, unfortunately, Cooper Corp doesn't really have anything to offer there. But I wonder if he'll change his mind if he knows that Mary's after him.
Yeah,
Maybe explain to him that that's why we want the weapons. It's not just to, put them into a safe space, but to divert the attention from him.
There's no we in this, by the way. It's just you.
Yeah. Royal we.
Yeah. So, Mary Miller is after these weapons. So I was thinking to put them in a safe spot. I got
a literal vault here, Tiny. I'm not worried.
You can walk through walls.
We
We
know
have
that
reason
she
to
can.
believe.
We have seen her able to walk through walls.
Oh, so she's this person that we've been hearing about. Well, can she grab things when she walks through a wall?
Yes.
Without turning it off? Have you seen her do that? Will she have to turn it off to take the things? Or will she just to take them and leave?
That's a great question.
Well, that's a good question. We haven't quite figured out the logistics. That's why I was hoping we could get some weapons here so we could analyze them and get more answers.
Take your one. The rest stay with me.
Which one do you guys think?
So if you want to do a technology roll, I might be able to give you some more details on the devices.
Can she take photos and send them to all of us?
You can try.
Jade, ask if you can send some photos to your consultants.
Do you mind if I could send photos to my consultants?
Who are your consultants?
Just
It's a hero
somebody of
team.
mine that you can trust. That I trust.
Roll persuasion.
Ah, my persuasion is so bad.
You also have luck.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. I got 5.
Your luck will get you to 10 and roll again.
I guess I'll try. I got 13.
You have like no addition, yeah.
Yeah, 13 is the total.
He says, "Bring him here. Let me meet him."
Callum will show up. Just so he can get in the vault.
Alright, boys. I'm a little worried about your superhero stuff.
I don't think I will be going because I don't want this to backfire on me with all the news media.
Okay. Edward? Yeah, up to you if you want to tag along.
I'll go.
Okay.
I won't talk much.
Wait, but what about aren't you involved in like anything pertaining to defense with your lawyer duties?
Am I related to this situation? I guess is a good question.
Yeah, you've been told about the fence by Tommy. Tommy warned you about meeting him. Like, he is a scary dude who can rain down some.
Do I have to go as Edward, or can I go as superhero identity?
What is your super identity?
I didn't give it a name. I don't think.
Sonny did. Sonny gave all of you guys names.
Bookman is not very imposing.
It was the librarian.
Terrible.
So you can go as librarian, or you can go as Edward. You can also rename yourself. Some people, such as Repeat, have done that.
I don't have any. I'm not creative enough to come up with a good name.
The librarian.
I mean, I guess so. Jade is there?
I think the bookkeeper is a better one.
Bookkeeper. Not bad.
Oh, Page Master.
Page Master.
Oh, Page Master. Yeah. Back to the 80s.
Page Master.
I mean, who? So Jade will be in there, and who else?
Callum, sounds like.
Is Callum
Yes.
going as himself, or is he going as someone else?
Callum is.
Oh, he's going as his superhero.
Then okay,
Sagittarius.
then I have to as well.
Oh, you
because
remembered.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sagittarius, and are we gonna go with Page Master? Is that the rename?
I guess.
TBD.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, you can change it if you want. It's your.
I go by many names.
Listen.
A book has many titles.
No, it doesn't.
In different
There are
languages, it
many
does.
books with many titles.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Okay, so the two of you approach the front. The guard out front.
Thesaurus Rex. Okay, sorry, I'm
The
done.
Thesaurus Rex. The Seminotaur comes in. Oh wait, did you? Were you there for that? I don't think. Callum, did you? So, his superhero name is the Seminotaur.
The Seminotaur. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
His outfit, it makes him look like a minotaur, but it's very like
I remember that. Yes.
he's a very skinny guy, so it looks odd to have a very thin, tall and skinny minotaur. His costume even has horns, but it just doesn't quite fit his physique. But I thought it was a hilarious name. As you approach, the guard pulls his gun and quickly messages or speaks to the fence. Jade, you get to hear this conversation. So basically, the guard says, "We have 2 soups approaching," and the fence looks at you, Jade, and he says, "These are your contacts? Can I trust these guys?"
Yes.
Persuasion.
No. 13.
I'm gonna roll this one. See if you can beat him. D20. Okay. He says, "We'll see what they have to say." So you guys are approaching the vault. The fence actually has. He tells a few guys to gear up, and they grab a few things off the walls and escort you guys to Jade. 3 guys.
Callum floats the entire way.
Yeah, 3 guys walk you with various odd gear towards Jade and Fence. The Fence says, "So what do you want to know about this heist gear?" Speaking to all 3 of you.
Callum would like to do a technology roll. I just want to see it and review it and see if I can glean anything from it in person.
Okay. Take your roll.
Edward also has good technology and might be able to assist you in that role as well.
I have a +5. What's yours, Edward?
I think mine's high. Yeah, mine's pretty good.
Okay, so Callum will assist Edward.
Let's
Okay.
see. My technology is +10. Yes.
I have 15 on the die, +5, so 20 for an assist.
Okay, let me roll it.
Okay, the assist adds 2 to your roll.
Okay, I rolled a 14 +10, 24, and then plus another 2, 26.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna skip over the conical gun thing because you already know what that does. What was the second one? The phone-shaped device with a port appears to be some type of mass storage device, so like a external hard drive or something. The crown thing, you have no idea what it is. It does have some electrical components. It does look like it might go on someone's head or someone's arm or someone's leg. It's more suited dimensions-wise for a head, but it's not clear that that's what it's used for. The technology, the crystal. Okay, the crystal is nothing you've ever seen before. It's a very odd shaped crystal that appears to have some type of like an internal, like it has a light source within it. So there's something odd about this crystal that you've never really seen before, and it's a green crystal. It has a few obviously manufactured components, so it's not. You can tell that it's like human made. Yeah, that's about what you get from that one. And then the last one, the gun without a barrel, the scanner gun, it doesn't look like it has a mechanism for shooting bullets, but it does appear to have a magazine. So there is something that comes off of the bottom. It definitely does not shoot any standard type of projectile. It may shoot some type of light source or radiation or something like that, but it doesn't have any obvious trigger. So how it shoots would be something to figure out later. And the Fence was also unable to figure out how it shoots, is one of the things he said. If it is a gun. When you guys walk in, he says, "You know what? I'm feeling generous. I'll give you 2 of these. If you," he points towards Page Master, "give me that gun." He wants to. Yes, he wants your blaster. If you give him the blaster, he'll let you take 2 of them.
Did Callum give me the blaster?
No, Zack did.
Oh, sorry, Zack. I meant to say Zack.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is Zack on comms? Can you hear this?
Yeah, I can hear it. It's up to you, though. I mean, it's a really powerful blaster, but if you don't really use it anyway because you worked out the kinks with your book throwing, then, I mean, you know.
Here's how the mechanics of this is going to work out. If you give it to him, you will not have it until Zack can make you a new one, and we'll say that it's not a quick fix. So basically what this is going to mean is, for the rest of the arc, you will not have a blaster at your disposal.
All right. I feel like I have to do it because it's probably it's very, very important to get.
You can also pick up a different gun that's not as high tech as the blaster, if you want.
I mean, it's just always nice to have a gun.
Yeah, you could use a normal gun. A normal gun is just basic equipment, so that's fair trade.
Oh, does the Fixer have a normal gun?
The Fixer? The Fence?
Yeah, Fence. Excuse me, Fence.
He has normal guns there as well.
All right, so here's the two of the special things there, and a normal gun, and I'll give him my blaster because I'll need a backup.
He says, "All right, deal.
Yeah.
What do you want?"
What are my choices?
I got rifles. I got pistols. Take your pick.
A pistol with a silencer would be fantastic.
He motions to one of his guards, and he goes and gets one.
Cool.
And then he says, "Which of these do you want?" As he's inspecting the blaster that you gave him.
Oh
you got your
boy,
choice
I
two or
definitely
four.
think the storage device, like 2 for sure, because I think that could have information on it that leads to something neat.
Okay.
Thoughts? Anyone else?
No, it sounds reasonable. Storage device could have valuable information on it. Information can be more important than a weapon.
The crown sounds intriguing.
Yeah, the 3 is also the one that Callum really is wanting because it's the most unknown. Like the scanner is probably going to take like some form of battery or something to get power, and I don't know how we would get that.
Is that what it was? There was a scanner, a storage device, and a crown.
And a
And a
the
gunish thing.
metal gun, yeah.
Metal gun. Yeah.
The metal shooting, the metal, what'd you call it, magnetic gun?
Yeah.
That's the only one that you know what it does. I guess that's the only one that Fence knows what it does.
Yes, it's not beyond our abilities to figure out what the other ones do.
Right.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the crown just because we don't know what it does. And it would be interesting. But
And it's very prettily and sparkly. Prettily? Okay, yeah, we'll go with it.
so I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Callum shakes his head in agreement. Yes, I think those would be the best ones.
Crown and the storage device. Okay.
So Fence walks over and grabs the storage device and tosses it to Callum, and gently places the crown upon Jade's head.
No,
Crown for the princess.
no. Callum does not want you to put the random magical device on your head.
He sees you frantic to stop him, and he goes, "Don't worry, we tried this. Doesn't do anything." And putting it on her head that seems to have no effect.
Brings out
Callum
the
is
green
very
in my
uncomfortable
eyes.
in this moment.
You have the option of taking it off if you'd like, though. He wouldn't hold it against you.
What about that suit of armor? Callum gestures back towards the way we walked past.
My ablative armor? You like that?
I like armor.
You have
I
anything
could
to
always
trade?
use defensive things.
I'm always open
How about-
to trades.
How about an IOU?
Oh. I don't
And he's gonna walk over to like a piece of wood, like from like a pallet or something, and he's just going to touch it with his powers and cause it to like compress into a ball.
Too bad your powers aren't for trade.
That's what I'm offering. I will do a job for you if you give me this armor.
Whoa. That's a little open-ended, my friend. You don't want to do that.
How about I have my lawyer friend here draft us up something?
Whoa. Don't tell him he's a lawyer.
I'm not a lawyer.
Oh, I mean, yeah, no.
There's no lawyer friend, and you can do what you want, Callum. If you want to play on the dark side a little, like, fine.
Play on the dark side. This is just a man, and this is a business opportunity.
Yeah, that's what you keep telling yourself, buddy.
Hey,
Callum's
the
gonna
fence
continue
took me
telling himself.
in when I had nothing else. I trust them.
You want the armor for a job. That's the trade you want to make?
Yes.
No, he does not.
Callum shakes his head slowly.
The fence motions to one of his guards. He speaks. He says something to him, and the guard leaves and goes and gets the fence's like phone and brings it to him. And he goes, "Give me your contact information." And he wants you to give him his phone number.
This is crazy. Here's my number. Call me, maybe.
Do. Do you have your phone on you?
Yeah, it's totally 100% built into my suit. You know.
Got it. So
I don't know if that is true or not.
it's up to you. I'm okay with the future.
Then yes, he would definitely have it. That way he can talk to people in flight. Otherwise, he gets really bored.
The fence tests it out to make sure it's actually your number, and he says, "I'm gonna need some collateral. Make sure you keep your word. So I'm gonna let you decide what that is. I'd take your identity for one."
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
I had a feeling. How about we take a video together?
I don't do no. You should do that either, man.
We let people
Do I
know.
get to keep my clothes on?
Yeah. We just let people know we're working together.
I need to see what kind of
Okay.
videos this year.
Callum is more hesitant now. I'd rather our engagements not be public knowledge.
Well, how do I
How
know
about you
you're
take
gonna...
it on good faith with Jade?
I grin.
I don't succeed in this business by loaning without interest. If you have something to trade, I can't just take it on faith.
Callum really doesn't have anything. I
If
think
you
he
do
will
the job
just...
first. I'll give you the armor.
I'm okay with that arrangement. Message me the details. We'll talk later.
Sounds good.
Too many busybodies around. Looks at Jade and Edward.
I think I might have one coming up. I'll get back to you soon.
We're your team.
Yeah, I know. He just gives you a wink.
I see how it is.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk to the fence about?
No, I don't think so. If you could keep in contact if Katie, Mary, sorry, I don't know where I got Katie. Mary Miller, gets a hold of you.
Oh, we're gonna prepare now that we know she's interested.
Awesome. Is Fi trying to catch her?
Mary?
Yeah. Catch her, or are we just trying to get more information out?
I'm assuming they have the basic details that, Mary had abducted Tommy, but that was like yesterday, so they're not very far in any type of arrest or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have much else to say. Thanks for the weapons.
Stay in touch, Tiny.
Always.
You know my house is always open to you.
Callum will make a
Thanks.
note as they leave, a quick comment. If you find out any information on our Mary friend, specifically how to get around their phasing, please do let us know.
If she shows up, we'll try what we have on her and see if anything works.
Most appreciated.
I'll be in touch. Okay.
Goodbye.
Where to now? Back to Phi?
There's probably nothing else in the area for us to do, so probably.
Yeah, you did. I forgot. You did ask earlier about you wanted to look around the area. Yeah, I never actually had you roll. Actually, everybody can just roll perception.
Me too, or no, I'm not there.
No, you're not there. Yeah, everyone but you.
Oh, bumskis. Callum rolled 5 on the die. Perception is +6, so 11. He's distracted
bunch
with
of
the
cars.
armor.
21 total.
I got a 12 total.
Okay. You notice, there's just a few cars around the parking lot. A whole variety of different cars, but nothing suspicious outside of the fixer's facility.
Does Zack have any electrical senses that there are any bugs or anything in the area that we're not aware of?
I mean, I'm outside the area, but
He does have an electrical sense. He could maybe detect a bug, but bugs are usually pretty small, so he'd have to be close to it.
That's fair.
So on you guys, no, he wouldn't know that. But he could say if there was when you guys met up.
Maybe we meet up and show him the devices we bought. He can give him a quick once over, make sure they're not bugged or tapped or anything before we go
sure.
back to Phi.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
The storage device appears to be just that, a storage device. The crown looks like nothing you've ever seen before. It has a standard base electrical flow that you would expect in normal devices. Emanating from the crystal, you see some entirely new type of electrical signals that you've never seen before.
Maybe we should go back and see if this device has any interaction with the phased man.
We definitely can do that, yeah. I mean,
Callum is thinking of all the new tests we can perform on that body.
How do you get back? Are you all I guess Callum
Group
can,
flight.
yeah, fly everybody. Is that the plan?
It's not very fast.
No. You have a car.
I was just
We could
hiding
just drive.
outside, Yeah, I just drive.
Okay. When you get back, I'm assuming we're going back to Phi.
Yes.
Sonny greets you when you get back, and he goes, What was that thing I couldn't say the last time?
Analyzed.
Yeah, no, that was this. Yeah, but there was something that I couldn't say. I said it like 7 times, and I said it wrong every single time last session. I can't remember what it was.
Oh my gosh, it was it's just a word. It's a single word. It's wow. I can't remember the word right now. No.
Okay.
We will insert the word here.
Cough referencing.
There, that's the word.
Trying to say it like 6 times in a row and failing every time. So Sonny he greets you when you guys arrive, and he says, I finished analyzing the results from the phased body and determined that the relationship between gravity is inversely related to the highest gravitational pull, which means the lowest point on the person's body, generally the place with the highest gravity, has the most resistance to the object that it's touching. So in other words, if you're upright, you will not fall through the floor that you're standing on.
That would allow them to walk the earth without falling into the core.
Exactly. And when you applied your gravitational force above the body now became the strongest connection, and the bottom became weaker, and they began to fall through the earth.
Thank you, Sonny.
The direction of gravity is what determines the most solid part of their the phased body.
I might be able to, either Callum can manipulate people that are phased, or I might be able to develop a gravity trap.
Yeah, to take the point of gravity that's most affected to like their head, and they would sink down into the ground up to their head.
But one thing to note is that the force that is applied to the highest point in gravity is still a fairly weak force. So I can equate it to walking on quicksand. Eventually, you'll sink if you stay still, but if you keep moving, like keep your head above water. So even if you use gravity to bring that piece, it may not do very much damage. Like if you bring their head as the top, it may sink them, but
they'd be able to theoretically work their way out.
Yes, and you won't be able to pull it fully back into the substantial
reality
realm. But it is a way to interact with a
Could I
phase.
make them hover in air with no physical contact to ground? Would they be able to move? Questions we should answer, Sonny. But not now. To the corpse.
Enjoy corpsing.
Thanks, Sonny. We'll take you along with us. He stares at his phone.
I hope I can help.
We put the crown on the phased guy.
The crown falls through him.
Cool.
He stares at everyone else. Well, I'm officially out of ideas.
Righto.
Let's hook up the storage device to an off-network device and see if we can access any information while we think of what to do with this circular-shaped object.
Okay, it's encrypted, but I'm about to get a technology roll from somebody, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. All right.
Do
Do I
it.
need to do it? Do I need to do anything else, or just the roll?
No, just roll.
Should I assist?
Callum's gonna assist too.
I think we can only get one assist, right?
No, you can
Oh.
teamwork it, but I mean, it's a single number boost. You can't get more than 5.
Oh, I have a teamwork bonus as well.
Oh yeah,
That's important, right?
that'll increase.
Oh well, you don't get assisted from Callum.
Plus 5 bonus support team checks. So that means when I make my roll, I add 5, or I add 5 to his roll.
You add 5 to your roll, and
Add to
the
my
best
roll.
the best you can give him is plus 5.
Okay, well, I still want to try to do that. Okay, I'm gonna make a roll. Ugh, not very good. Okay, I rolled a 4 plus 10 for 14, and I guess plus another 5, so 19.
Yeah, you get a plus 2.
All right. I'm gonna use a luck, and I'm gonna reroll. And my reroll is 17, plus my technology is 11, so we're at 28. Plus, what did he give me? A plus 2?
Yeah, 30.
So it's a 30.
Okay.
And for the record, I used a luck.
Okay, so you are able to crack the encryption. Who is paying attention to this? Is this all of you, I'm guessing?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a series of video files.
Oh dear.
So you open the first one, and I'm not even going to have you guys roll. Jade and Edward immediately recognize what this is. it is showing the security cameras from the night of the Miller heist. So, Jade, you're on camera, masked up, so you know it's you, but like it's not obvious.
Others
to everyone
wouldn't.
else. Yeah.
Would I recognize it's her?
You were told that this video did not exist. Back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes. Tommy assured you that this video was destroyed, that he had gone in and destroyed it. And when presented with the ability to give this video to the police, Mary did not provide it. So this would have been the evidence needed to convict Seth, but it was not given to police. So this is probably a question that you've had for a while about the session that we had at the very beginning of Edward's arc. It shows the break-in. It shows Jade, Tommy, and Seth breaking into the house. It shows Tommy smashing a few things. Jade and Seth going and stealing jewels from the bedroom on the second floor. And then eventually it shows Tommy like break into the door to the basement where there's a lab. It shows him get down there and he starts collecting a bunch of the tech. You see the crown. You see the two different guns that he had before. There's a few other things that he grabs off in the distance before he notices the security camera in the video. He puts down all the stuff he has in the bag that he had stored it all in. Walks over to the camera and smashes it. And the camera doesn't fade out. It falls like hanging. And after it's hanging, you see like over a wall, and behind the wall there is a person in like a cell. So the wall had separated it from Tommy's vision, so Tommy never saw this person. And they're in like a cell. From what it looks like on the video, they are partially phased. And obviously they almost look like they're being tortured. So they're like in a cell, tied down to a chair, or like a one of those like beds that they have in like mental institutions. And they're partially phased. Their like left arm is phased, and they're obviously in a lot of discomfort, but their cries are muffled by whatever the cell walls are. So Tommy never notices this, but after he smashes the camera, it stays on this guy for a little while before eventually cutting out. And this guy is not Leo. This is someone else that you guys don't know. So if this fills in a gap for Edward about why this video was not released to police.
He was torturing people. She's a bad person. Don't like her.
So yeah, this video caused more problems than it was worth releasing.
Yeah, apparently. Well then, all right, Miss Miller.
And this video took place inside the Miller compound. So all of this was in the basement of the facility that Jade, Seth, and Tommy robbed. And you did see the crown and the two weapons that Fence had. You see those three things get put into Tommy's bag before he leaves.
I want my own copy of this video.
Yeah, you can do that. All right, it's around this time that Zack gets a call from Nigel.
Oh, buddy.
Zack.
Nigel.
I got some good news. I set a trap for that fella who was causing all those problems for us. The video guy.
Oh, the deepfakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We caught him.
Whoa, you caught him?
Yeah.
Okay. Why? How do you know it's him?
He's been spitting out a lot of details about this.
How did you catch him?
Oh, he set a trap in one of our old warehouses. I'd like you to come have a few words with him. Apparently, he's some former employee. He's threatening to say some secrets about Cooper Corp that maybe we don't want to get out to the public. So maybe just come have a few words before we release him to the authorities.
Okay, Nigel. I will let you know when I'm on my way.
All right, I'll text you the address.
Okay, sounds good.
Do we trust Nigel?
I trust Nigel, but I don't trust the guy getting caught. So I think,
I was gonna say,
yeah.
what if that wasn't really Nigel? What if it was a deep fake of the guy? He's like, oh yeah, you caught me. Ha ha ha. Now come to this trap I've set for you.
Yeah, and so I think that we should definitely move cautiously, and we'll definitely want to have an escort like ready because we don't actually want this guy going anywhere. Okay, so we have the address for that.
Yep.
Cool. Sorry, is that something we're doing this session? Like, or should I save that for next session?
Up to you. There's time for the start of it, if you want to start it now, or you can go down a different route.
Well, I don't want to interrupt everything we were just doing, so I want to make sure.
If you haven't noticed, I've been trying to throw a lot of directions at you this arc. So
Okay. Yeah. And we saw everything on the storage device?
yes, that was a series of videos, and I told you all of them. So it wasn't all.
Was there any clue to any of the tech that we have being shown, or any tech that we've seen being shown in the footage?
It's there. It doesn't indicate any at all what it does.
Mm-hmm. It's like there in the background, just not actively being used. Like we don't see the crown being worn by somebody.
Right.
Doesn't Zack have like investigation? Can you like investigate the pieces?
Actually, here I'll give you. There's a little bit more. So this
Okay.
storage device also contains stuff before the heist too. But all you see in that is Mary or other scientist people coming in and out of the room, and they will grab the various devices and leave with them. But it doesn't ever show them use it. So they will grab the crown, grab the gun, grab some of the other items that were in the background, but it never shows them like activate any of them.
I think we would try to find the Mary and the uses of the devices. 'Cause
Okay.
I feel like that's a like Callum feels like that's a pretty big one. Like the ability to just kind of phase through walls puts lots of people at danger.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you want to approach it?
Carefully.
I mean, you know that her goal lies with getting some of the technology back from Fence. You could do a stakeout, maybe. You know where she lives. Could go to her house.
Yeah, I feel like those are both good things to follow up on, but also the supposed trap that's been set for me. The guy may have something to do with some of this, I'm not sure. But yeah, he may be involved. So, we should maybe shotgun approach on that. As far as like, maybe we can have somebody scope out Mary's whereabouts, as well as have like some sort of like watchful eye over the fences operation, in case anything happens.
Hey, Sonny.
Hi.
Can we put out a silent APB on Mary so if she shows up on any like traffic cams or anything, we get notified?
Whoa.
Already done.
Cool. And then, do we have any cameras in the area around Fence that we can have monitoring for unusual activity?
There are
Maybe?
some nearby, but not within the same
Not-
block.
Okay. So maybe
tried
we
to set them up, but they were destroyed.
I mean, that makes sense. Private operations and all. Do we want to go there in person then?
No, we were just there. I mean,
No, I mean for like the stakeout or anything. Like, do we worry about anything like that?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I guess. I mean, if you guys want to do a stakeout, otherwise, I was gonna say we could try to pursue this trap that's been set for me.
The trap? Yeah, I'm down for that too. Because we can wait for Sunny to come back with a hit on Mary, and then we'll just go from there.
Yeah, if Sunny comes back with a hit on Mary, I think we'll.
Sunny, please don't hit on Mary. Just make sure you get a hit on Mary. Okay.
No promises.
There's Sunny. He's
Classic Sunny.
okay. Well, if there's no objections, you guys want to pursue this potential trap set for me?
The only thing is there any research or anything we can do on that new electrical signal wave thing we were registering off of the gems in the thingamadoodab?
You can set it
as a new research device in the lab, so you can have this spy scientist have a look.
Yes. That. Great idea, Sonny.
Jade has it, so it's her call.
Callum stares at Jade.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Who? Are you just gonna maybe Andrea takes it?
Yeah, who's the head of the science division
Andrea.
in Phi? Andrea. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Andrea takes it to one of the labs, and she tells you that like, she'll do everything she can to get a background on what type of device this is.
Tell her we should also inform her of the secrecy and the maybe keep it hush hush. You know, maybe we don't want to trust everybody.
We'll keep it in a secure vault. Okay. So are you all gonna go look into Zack's trap?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we're assuming it's a trap, but it doesn't feel right, that's for sure.
I mean, it came from Nigel's number and everything, but yeah, who knows? But yeah, I think we should definitely proceed with caution, and then I want to be able to... I mean, if it's not a trap, it'd be good to escort that guy out of there to Phi.
Okay.
We can handle this, just the four of us, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, guys.
I see no issues here.
So you get
Lost
outside.
didn't go wrong.
Oh, but we going undercover, because I don't want to be noticed as Zack. That'd be not good.
So are you not going as Zack?
I'm going undercover, at least to start. Yeah, that's a good question. Wouldn't want to reveal myself in front of him. I'm gonna go undercover to start, and then I'm wondering if they can enter ahead of me to scope it out, and then I can change my appearance. I don't know, man.
You should have a superhero identity called the Inventor. I couldn't think of anything. I'm sorry.
Zack's superhero name is Spectacle, presented by Sunny. Feel free to change it.
That's cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go... I think I'm gonna go as my identity. Well, does Nigel know our identities? That's a good question.
That's your call. I would say he probably doesn't know everybody else, except Jade, because Jade doesn't really have one. But
yeah, Nigel knows mine. But yeah, so okay, the guy said he just wanted to, or no, Nigel just wanted me to come talk to him, right?
yeah, because he was saying some things about Cooper Corp that he wasn't sure that he wanted people to hear, or you wanted people to hear.
So let's go in costume, and Nigel will know that it's me, but we can just say that we're representing Zack's interests. Given the state of things, he doesn't want to be seen in public, or risk being seen in public.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, so you guys are walking outside to your car. Is Callum just gonna fly?
How far is it? It depends on how energetic he's feeling. Because he can be lazy.
It's like 20 minute drive.
Oh, he'll sit in the car.
Okay.
He'll read up on all the news he's missed.
As you're getting in the car, Jade, you hear from behind you as you're about to get in. I think your superhero name is Blink, right? You hear someone say, "Blink, my old nemesis," and you hear footsteps approaching behind you.
Is this the guy you kicked in the nuts in the bar?
You turn around to see that is indeed the incredible Jake coming at you.
Coming at you, Jade.
Yeah, coming at you. He's running at you.
I teleport away behind him.
Okay. He is visibly confused. He starts spinning around to try to find you. And he spots you behind him. He charges at you again.
I throw my fist at his face.
Roll to hit.
Classic. I feel like we're all standing there with our arms crossed, like really puzzled looks on our faces going, what?
16.
Okay. He takes the hit and flies backwards, almost back to where Edward, Zack, and Callum were standing near the car. He falls down to his knees and he goes, okay, next time I'll get you.
Bye, crazy man.
Jade just says nothing.
I don't have anything to say. Stay away from me, weirdo.
You wanna fight, and I could punch you. Why you gotta teleport? You just fair fights.
Oh, I fair fighted. Fair fight.
You have not seen the last of Incredible Jake. I'll get you.
Bye, Jake.
All right, Jake. See you next time.
We get in the car and drive
Next
away.
time I kick your ass.
Callum flips him off as we drive.
Okay, so you're heading to the warehouse. You arrive at the warehouse. Roll perception, everybody.
All right.
Let's see here.
Oh, yes, Callum's worst stat.
19.
I got a good roll. I don't remember what my perception score is.
I got a bad roll, so I got a 9 total.
I got a 27 total.
Whoa.
12 total.
Jade?
I got 19.
Okay, so Edward, one of the cars that you had noticed at Fences has been following you.
Huh. Hey, Jade, can you teleport a whole car?
The answer is no.
I will alert the group to what I have noticed. How about this? Hey, Callum. Can you make that car float while we just drive away?
Callum will open his door and, like, float out the back of it. And then as he passes while hovering in the air, he makes a sleight of hand to touch the car and increase its gravity by like tenfold, causing it to just rumple to the ground.
You don't even know who's in it. You're just gonna crush it.
Well, just like the tires, get the tires to
Okay,
pop. I'm not gonna like crush the
This
roof of it.
Poor private investigator here.
Man.
We don't need to kill these people. We just need them to not follow us.
Okay, so you're gonna with the intent of popping the tires.
Yes.
Okay. Roll. Actually, we don't even need to roll because it's inanimate. Actually, it's moving. We'll make it like a to hit.
Or I can match speed with them while in like a lounge position. Maybe take a photo on my phone of who they are.
So is everybody else just gonna wait in the car? Is it, stop the car and wait?
No, they're driving down the road. I can catch back up.
Okay, so you're just gonna leave him to deal with this.
Yes, I'm gonna let them keep driving down the road as I like slowly float back towards the car that's following us.
Okay. Yeah, roll your to hit. Yeah, we'll do like a unarmed attack.
That would be. What is my? I rolled a 17.
It's plus.
I don't
fighting.
know what the fighting. A 2, so 19.
It's enough. You can see the increased weight push down the car, and it begins to scrape along the ground. 2 of the tires pop. You can't quite make out who's inside. The windows are heavily tinted, and you don't recognize the figures inside. You can tell that they're people, but you can't get a really good. There's 2 of them. You can't get a good idea on who they are.
Once that's done, Callum just floats back into the car.
Okay, that car just sits there, and nobody gets out as you drive away.
Perfect.
Okay, arriving at the warehouse. The warehouse is it's an old Cooper Corp facility that had been decommissioned. So the plan is everybody but Zack goes in.
No, actually, we can all go in because I expect if Nigel's there at all, he'll at least see me. But the plan is that we're gonna say we're representing Zack since he doesn't want to be seen in public or whatever, and we'll go from there.
Okay. So as you're approaching the facility, Zack, you notice that this facility is more advanced than you'd expect. For a decommissioned facility, it appears that there's a lot of technology in it. So it has a fairly high power draw from the grid. So you notice all of the computers that are inside, and
Wait, sorry, this facility is not Cooper Corp owned, right?
it was, but it's been sold and hasn't been rebought. So it's a former Cooper Corp facility. It's an old.
It's an
warehouse.
abandoned warehouse.
And this was what Nigel provided after saying he trapped a guy and caught him.
Yeah, he caught the guy at this location. He set a trap and caught him here.
Oh, so the guy doesn't know. Or he is totally trapped. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of technology that you see with your power through the walls as you're going in. As you're like walking through the halls on the inside, you're going towards a lot of the technology. You see Nigel standing in a well-lit area surrounded by a few different computer devices. There's one like huge display screen with a bunch of display screens with a desk in front of it, and then there's a few almost like construction lights and a few pillars around, electrical pillars that seem to be doing something, as well as a few overhead devices. Looks like a crane, maybe. Roll perception.
Okay, hold on. Total of 19. 19.
Everybody can roll perception.
Okay.
Ooh,
Hey, pretty
18
good.
on the die.
I got a total
Perception of 6. 24.
21.
I got a 24.
24 from the smoker. All right, so you see Nigel. He's he's checking out something on the display screens. There's a person with a bag over their head that's handcuffed to like a big weight, like a concrete block with a rebar piece sticking out, so they're handcuffed to it. As you're approaching, he turns around and Zack, is he going?
Hey Nigel, what's going on?
I got him. Didn't expect you to bring the crew. Are you sure that it's okay to have him here? This guy is trying to give away some of our secrets.
Wait, he called me Zack.
He did call you Zack.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought you were in disguise.
Yeah, but he still knows me, and he still called me out. So,
Do you have a code phrase to tell him so you know it's him?
no, I'm just making this up on the fly. Yeah,
Maybe
must
it's
be
not
like-
him.
Yeah, I was gonna say we almost should have brought that JJ guy. Just like could be Morph, could be Morph.
Ask him something only he would know.
Yeah. Nigel, do you remember that thing I told you back when my parents died?
You don't actually have something. You just trying to test his.
Actually, if I could think back to that first arc, but then again,
I just heard it. So like what he tried to get you out of the country immediately once your parents died. You talked him into helping you get the video footage from the nearby
that's right.
like DMV or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what you ask him.
Yeah, no, I'll just ask him. Yeah, do you remember what we did when my parents died, Nigel?
At the funeral?
No, before the funeral.
I remember getting you out of the country.
How did you get me out of the country?
Yeah. No, do you remember what I asked you to do with me before we left the country?
Geez, Zach, not in polite company.
That was a long time ago.
This would be pretty unforgettable. I don't think it's Nigel, guys.
Callum will immediately zoom over, put his hand on him, and then amplify gravity's force so that he can't move.
The second you touch him, you realize, as your hand slips through him, that he is not really there.
Oh, that was fast.
Callum's gonna spin around and say, "It's a trap!"
Oh no! Who could have foreseen this?
The page master has spoken.
So there are a few things that happen.
A few things are gonna happen.
Yeah. Everybody make a...
Wait, pause. Retcon. How did he know that my super identity was Zack if he's not really Nigel?
You told him.
No. Only Nigel knows what my super identity looks like.
No, you told him.
What do you mean?
He said Zack, and you said yes.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You responded to his provocation.
I wasn't, guys.
You fool!
I wasn't thinking, guys. I had a low
You
perception roll when we walked in the
goddamn
building.
fool.
I rolled a 9. I was phased. Alright, the plan's foiled. Let's just f him up. Wait,
He's not here.
He's a hologram.
Yeah,
We
how you
should-
f up a hologram?
You
Well,
hit the off
polite?
switch.
Yeah.
I don't know, Callum. You might need to blast out of here before we get trapped in this Pokeball.
Callum just leaves. Okay, that's a good idea, Zach. Peace.
Okay, what happened? Sorry, no, we intercepted you. You were saying something first.
So everybody make a dodge roll.
Again, Callum is not good at these things.
Ooh, nat 20. What's up?
Oh man.
Wait, what is my dodge? So 25 total. I got a nat 20.
14 total.
11.
15 on the dice. 19.
Okay. Everyone except this electrified net falls from the ceiling and hits the three of you. Everyone make a fortitude.
Because what was the
Everyone
cutoff?
except oh, you mean the cutoff for making the roll? It was fairly high.
Okay. So, all right, making a fortitude next, you said.
Yes, fortitude.
That's not so good. I got an 8.
25.
Wait.
I would like to swap my 2 rolls.
Do you roll? Do you roll on fortitude? Would you?
This one you do.
Oh, okay.
12.
You usually roll on fortitude. You don't usually roll on dodge.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What was Jade's?
12.
Jade and Edward, you guys are both 2 degrees of failure.
Ugh.
Classic.
So bruised and what was it? It's been a while since we've done combat. The three of you are pinned by the net, and Jade and Edward take some damage. The screen, like the big display screen that you saw before, pops up with Nigel's face again, and he's speaking at Zack, saying, "I knew you wouldn't come alone," without his accent. I can never count on you to do what I want.
Well, hold on. Now you're contradicting yourself there, because you knew he wouldn't come alone, but then he did. Like, wasn't that what you wanted?
How come you make everything I say wrong? Dang it, Edward. Okay.
I'm a lawyer. You have to listen for when the opposing team contradicts themselves.
He's sassing the fake Nigel, you know?
Yes. I am sassing fake Nigel.
Fake Nigel's gonna get thrown off of his confidence game.
He says, "I would have liked to meet you face to face.
Right here. Come on down.
I have a present for you, Zack. Take
It's not
a look.
his birthday.
Take a look under the desk, and you'll see my parting gift."
Isn't he under a net?
No, I'm not. I dodged.
Yeah, everyone except Zack is under the net.
Callum is going to touch the net and have it just shoot off into the sky. So we're all not under the net anymore.
Roll your to hit.
26. Because it's a gravity shot and 16 on the die. So plus 10.
Okay, you're out from under it.
And everyone else is too.
Are you gonna do anything, Zack?
He wants me to do things, and I need to defy him.
Or just do it YOLO.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just stare at him and have a staring contest with him and see what he does.
Maybe just walk out of the building. We just leave.
There is some random guy that is handcuffed to a brick.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't say anything about a guy and a brick and the handcuffs.
Yeah. When you walked in, there was Nigel, the hologram, and the guy with a bag over his head that was handcuffed to a rebar on a cement block.
Oh, I see. That could be Nigel, right?
Maybe.
Well, I'm gonna walk over to that guy.
You take the bag off, and it is no one you recognize.
Are they passed out or something?
They're gagged, but they're not. They're awake.
Okay, I'll remove the gag.
He says, "Get me out of here, please."
Okay.
The fake Nigel says, "You can never resist helping those unfortunate. Now you have a choice to make." And he reveals on the main computer console a series of blinking dots around the city, and then a timer attached to the bottom of the screen that reads 15 minutes.
Callum is doing calisthenics in the corner. Like jumping jacks, shaking out his muscles.
The fake Nigel gives you an odd look. The fake Nigel then says, "If this is not a face you prefer to listen to, maybe this one will suit you." And it switches to the face of your father.
Okay. I'm not talking to this guy. I'm just staring at him.
He says, "Good luck." And it shuts off.
Hey, Sonny.
How's it going?
Can you give me an overlay of that map?
He processes it and displays it on your phone.
Thanks, Sonny. Callum's going to shoot off.
There's about 10 blinking dots on the map.
Callum is flying at the speed of sound.
We should check out what's under the desk, I guess.
Under the desk, there is a bomb with a timer reading 14:58, 57.
So we've got bombs. BAMs! Alright. Is that like what we have to deal with next time?
That's the end, yeah.
Yeah. And there was 10, you said?
There's 10, yeah.
Alright, we'll have to think about that one.
I think Callum will be able to just zip on to each one.
Probably with the 15 minutes, but you don't know what might be like, you know what I mean? You have to find it.
That's fair.
Yeah, that could be tough. So
There'd be people chained up to like oil barrels and stuff.
What was the scale of the map? Was it a map of just like our region, or was it a map of the country, or what?
No, it was
The map of the world.
It was New York.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Not-
easy.
New York City.
Maybe not super easy, but
Okay.
I'll even do better. It'd be more like Manhattan.
I wonder if our game plan might be next time to have Sunny at the very least relate to all those locations, like, you know, get out of there, it's gonna blow.
Ooh, I can do one
emergency
better.
services.
As you guys, Callum zips off, and as the remaining three of you are exiting the warehouse, you see a guy that is wearing a police officer outfit. Jade, roll insight.
Wearing a police officer outfit, but it's not, he's not a cop.
Yep.
He is a cop, actually.
Okay.
17.
You recognize him as the guy that you robbed the house of that was also a killer. And
Ooh.
out from behind him steps Void. So the three of you are face to face with this police officer guy and Void.
Oh, shoot.
Okay. That's where we pick up next time.
Yeah.
Nice.
On Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Perfect place. This completes episode 3 of the Nemesis arc, Insurgence Resurgence. In the next episode, Void interrupts bomb interception efforts, and Callum races to find where these bombs are and how they might deal with them. Will they have enough time to save everything? Find out on the next episode.